Hey, what's happening, fellow van builders? Welcome back to Vandingo. It's Scott. It's good to have you with me. So, looking behind us is the Sprinter van. And one thing you'll notice if you look across the top of the van, above that is, healthy crepe myrtles. Here in Texas, there's crepe myrtles everywhere. I planted them here purposefully so I could have some shade across the driveway when the sun is at its peak and across the top of its peak and starting to go over the other edge where it gets really hot, right? To bring a little shade here. It's working, totally fitting its purpose, but it also drops all kinds of crap all over the solar panels, right? So guess what time it is? It's time for a ladder, because I got to get up there now and clean that up. And I find myself using a 6-foot ladder here, but that's not a 6-foot ladder that I'm gonna, constantly carry around with me when I'm out on the road. So, I thought about what are the options. There's the option of a ladder you can bolt on the side of the rack and come down. My problem with that is I've got dual sliders, right? You can't put the ladder on this side because that slider will come out and smack it. So obviously can't put the ladder on the other side because there's a slider there. I've thought it a bit odd to crawl up the back of the back door, only because you're gonna have to crawl over things to get to that ladder. It's doable. They make ladders that go on the top of this, right, for your spare tire mount. They also make them that would obviously go here, along here. That's requiring maybe a storage box. If I decide to put it there, you got to crawl over that to get up the storage box. So, not great options in my humble opinion. So, instead of that, what are the other options out there? There was one that jumped out that I happened to find on the internet that comes out of Sweden. Check this out. Made by Thule. That's a cover for it. And they ship you these nice quality bags. Inside of this bag, that is the suction mount that goes up on the side of the Sprinter van or any van, and then you can hold the ladder right in here, right? Hold the ladder in here, pull it around, and tighten it up, cinch it up, ladder over here. And then when you're done, this thing pops off by just a little bit of hand strength, pops off that sheet metal where you have it placed. So we're going to check that out, see what that is like. And let's open the ladder. There it is. And I would say it probably weighs, I'll check the spec, but I'm going to say this weighs about 15-20 pounds. Now, when you get it, obviously got this latch here to keep the extension pieces. When you get it, these two plastic pieces aren't screwed on here yet. Okay, so in the original packaging, in addition to the components that are here, you also get a couple of these, it feels like rubberized plastic bump stops. These will actually go up, and if they touch the side of your vehicle, this gives you some protection, and it comes out a little bit. So it's a simple job to just screw these in. Once you get them pressed in, there we go. And then the packaging also comes with 4 screws. One of those, put it down in there. Another one. And you're screwing this into plastic. The receivers themselves are a piece of plastic, so you don't need to go too terribly tight. Otherwise the screws will just sit there and you'll turn them out, you'll just destroy the plastic receiver piece for the screws, so that's no good. Okay. Another thing I think is really cool about this is the way in which it collapses after you've got it fully open. You see these two detents right here and here, that's the last piece that collapses. But when it goes up, and it's very easy to come all the way up, it's full extension. And then under each step, let's see if I can show you that. Under each step are these buttons. And once I press these buttons, you'll see all the steps come down. So as an example, let's press these. They come down nice. There's that last one coming down. And then you can press this one here. And we'll press this one down here. It sort of jumps pretty quick, so. And then this last one, press here. There we go. And then once you're done with that, just close it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something under the 80-20 in the van that I just hook this on, and maybe with some bungees or something, put it on something that doesn't rattle. So I'll figure that out. That's my thinking for how that will ride in the van. But it's nice, nicely engineered, nice piece of equipment, good kit, as they say overseas. So I'm going to show you how this is going to fit up on my van, and we'll do a little testing with it. All right, so this is the hardest part of this. All right, you can take this, put it right there. See how that comes off. Yeah, it's got a pretty good magnetic grab, that's for sure. Good magnetic grab. All right, let's get the ladder. I'm a little worried the ladder wouldn't be tall enough, but it is. How would I do this out in the wild? So I think I'd set it right on the side of the van. This strap comes out just like well, a lot of sporting straps you see out there. Very Thule-like. Just pull that in. Same with this other side. Pull it in, and now that's pretty stable. I mean, it obviously moves around here, but that's stable in terms of it won't go this way, won't go this way, and it'll allow me to crawl up and get to my solar panels, which, by the way, are disgusting. So that's nice. I like that. Very mobile too, and certainly could go to other applications, other vehicles if necessary. There's a good look at it. And those Thule cleats right there look plenty robust. Right, they're tightened all the way down, no problem. Looks like I got that baby upside down, but I don't think it matters. And you've got, you know, it gets me up higher, up to my van roof. You see these crepe myrtles dropping stuff everywhere, and that just degrades the ability of your solar panels to do the job they need to do. So we gotta get this baby cleaned up. And I sprayed off the panel, but even just a little bit of wind blowing and you get all that stuff on there. So you know, that's my challenge, is these crepe myrtles I planted and what they do to a vehicle. But you know, you're going to have other things out there that dirty up your panels, and you need to get up to them and clean them to make them as efficient as possible. So I recognize storage is a premium in vans. So I'm going to have to find a really good spot in order to store this. And I think it's up under the 80-20 is a good spot for me where the bed sits. So I'll get that engineered here later. But again, really easy to just push that cleat lever down, pulls it right out. Push this cleat lever down, no problem. And then at the lowest end you want, hit one of the lowering buttons, and here it comes on its own accord. Handy little thing I just discovered. I get this down to sort of a stair-step mode. Don't push too hard onto your side of your van, but it's enough. I only need one step for my height, and you can go connect it, no problem. I really do appreciate all of the, you know, sort of informational symbols that are here that you need to watch out for. And this is European Union 131, which is a pretty stringent code of quality. So that's good. And then it talks about, you know, what max height looks like, how to bring it down. The other thing too is I mentioned that this ladder is about 300 pounds. It's actually 330 pounds, and it extends to a total height of 8.5 feet. So very much the height necessary to get up into a high roof Sprinter van, such as that one. All right, let's see how this thing goes back into the various carrying bags. This one got a nice piece of Velcro. It looks like a handle there. Comes out. It's the hardest part of this whole thing. Not sure I'd have this carrying case, frankly, other to store it for now, as I'm going to have it out of the carrying case when it's mounted up into the van. All right, and this one, just slide it down in here, and then it just closes up with some Velcro. So that's your two pieces right there. Ladder and the suction bar to make the ladder safe on the side of your van. Just messing around with where this could potentially go in the van. I expect to have this sort of wall closed in here, so it looks to me like, from a height perspective, I got lucky. That could go right there, and I could hang the suction piece right there as well, and still have the ability to, you know, move this in and out as needed. Check that out. That's my pizza kitchen for Father's Day from my girls. All right, cool. All right, gang, that's a quick one. That's a ladder solution for me and the Sprinter van that I've got, which is that high roof 170, and it has two sliders. So for me to put a slider side mounted ladder is just not possible. And frankly, I just didn't want to crawl over this, all the various things to try to get up the back doors. So this setup, this Thule ladder, very nicely engineered, good product in my opinion, is going to get the job done. We'll just have to find an appropriate spot to store that in the van. I think I got a good front runner, and should be in good shape. Thanks for being with me. It was a short one. Look for more content here in the future. Please like and subscribe. It's great to have you on the channel, and look forward to more van building videos to come. Be good. Bye-bye.